gosh, there's already so many people waiting. Hi, guys. Sorry for the... Actually, no. I started right on time tonight. No apologies from me. I actually did it on time. Welcome into Nearing Nerdvana. We are very excited to have some of the creators from Maverick, which is a branch off of Mad Cave Studios, in the house tonight. We'll be talking about some of their upcoming titles. Welcome, Chris Sanchez and Jay Sandlin. There you go.
Hi, hi everyone. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's so much fun to have you. Jay, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
I can tell you're just super excited.
I'm thrilled to be here, actually, yes.
Yeah, he is. I can tell. I mean, come on, guys. That's thrilled right there. And Joe's excited to be on too, right,
Sure.
Joe?
Absolutely.
I'm not excited.
Anthony's excited. We're
Forget
all
this,
excited.
Joe. I'm out. Forget it.
Shut up. And we have Jen here, of course. Jen, hi. Good to see you. Before we get going with the content, though, quick shout out to our sponsors over at Cover Price. They provided some of the cool information that we're going to be covering tonight. And again, we don't have the code yet for a discount, but we're working on it. So just stay tuned. Let's do a quick round table, starting with Anthony. How was your day, babe?
It was extremely busy, but it was awesome, as always.
Awesome. Why? What was your awesome part?
I don't know. I get to play with comic books all day. I guess I can't complain.
That's definitely true. Jen, how was your day?
Good. Slightly stressful. I have to move in 2 months, so it's apartment / house rental hunting. Adulting.
Wait, where are you moving?
I don't know yet.
Oh.
Adulting.
I told you, Laura, we need to get a comic book store and bring Jen down here so she can run it.
We talked about this today. And it's like, let's get a space and let's make Jen move to Arizona so that we have a manager and we're done.
It's so hot in Arizona.
I told him you were going to say that. I'm like, she's going to say it's too hot. And
Chris
did you really
Wells
put
in the
up
house.
one comment? Really?
It says Ant on it. I got to give myself a shout out. Hold on. Nobody else does this around here.
God.
All right,
Aw.
I got it.
You're insane. Jay, how was your day?
It's been a long week, but it was great because I got to end the day on a four-wheeler.
Ooh.
So there's
There you
that. Jen, sorry to hear about you moving. I just finished watching World's Worst Roommate series on Netflix, so
Oh, yeah?
I'd be terrified.
That's on Netflix. I'm tagging that now. I want to watch that.
Check it out. You'll need to watch something happy afterwards, but check it out.
Yeah, apparently everybody feels your pain. Moving is very stressful. We moved this last year, and I'm telling you, it was one of the worst experiences of my life. It was horrible. Horrible.
I'm more dreading moving all the short boxes because there's no elevator and it's 3 flights of stairs.
Ooh. Britt's like, thanks, Jen, for being a nerd and having all these books.
She said, because she's like, have you been selling? And I'm like, I don't know, a few. And then she's like, how many? Like a short box? And I'm like, no, like 5 comics. So now my punishment is I have to do that myself.
Oh, that's rough. All right, let's keep going here. Chris, how was your day?
It was good. It was good. Just a lot of work,
Hey.
But that's par for the course for staying busy is always good.
Right? I mean, compared to the alternative. And what about you, Joe? You're not working.
Well, no, I was off today, but me and my wife
I
were
was
supposed
kidding.
Oh.
I thought you were.
No, I was off today. I was off. So my one day off a week, pretty much. So you know what? I can't really say it was a full day off. I had to go in and finish the schedule. So, but yeah, I was supposed to go see Batman, but my wife was working late. So
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna talk about some
probably
Batman.
Sunday.
Sunday.
Dude, we'll get to that. We're not gonna do spoilers, guys. So if you haven't seen Batman, don't worry.
You can watch it
won't
on
spoil
Twitter. I saw like
What?
What?
Yeah, you can watch it on Twitter. It cuts off though. So
Well, Joe, I just have to say one more time, I already posted to my Instagram what an exceptional job you did on my books. But guys, if any of you out there need a clean or press, don't go to anybody else. Go to Joe. I know you get kind of busy and you get kind of backed up, but it's worth the wait. You're like the CGC for me. So thank you.
I bought another press.
Did you really?
Yeah, now I got 7 of them.
Damn.
I
You're
bought
gonna
a
be busy.
big one. Got
Hmm.
to cheat. Got to cheat.
Just get one huge one that can fit like 50 books on it at a time.
Oh God, no.
No?
Too many like you don't want to put all those books in there at one time.
Yeah.
Like moderns, bronze, silver, golden, they all require different time and temp and all that.
See what I mean? There's a technique to this. I saw this post
Mhm.
on Facebook where somebody had just put an iron with a weight on top of it. And it's all, that's how you press comics. And I'm like, ah. No? Anyway. No, Jay?
I just like that we got a Jay, Jen, and Joe going on here.
I know. I'm going to have to like
Oh, yeah.
really not mess it
That's
up.
good.
The triple J threat.
Triple J's.
All right. Well, let's get this show kicked off. Guys, if you are new to us, welcome in. And just so you know, every week we start the show just to kind of get you warmed up with some nerd news. So Jen, you're going to take the lead on this. You saw the new Batman movie. I want to know what you thought about it. In the meantime, we'll go down the line and I want to hear you guys' thoughts on the Batman AMC event exclusive selling for about $30. But check out the Batman popcorn carrier that is legitimately selling for almost $100. Jen, you're up.
I didn't get any of these.
Damn.
When I got to the theater at 7:30 yesterday, I asked about the comic, and she's like, "They're all gone. Like, you should have come earlier." And I was like, "I had to work." I really liked it. I would say when I left the theater, I was at a 10. And then this morning I was like, okay, like a 9, but I want to see it again. It is completely different from any other Batman movie that's ever come before it. The unfurling of the time is at its own pace. It's not like MCU pacing at all. So just go in with an open mind. Don't have any preconceived notions and just enjoy the ride.
Yeah, kind of like what you said about it, the Eternals. Go in without having...
No, it's better than the Internals.
Ah.
Man,
Okay.
don't scare me like that, Jen.
No, it's much better than Eternals.
Just
There's
like
no
the Eternals, like
no, it's better than there's no end credit scene, or there kind of is, but it's not worth waiting all the way through unless you have time and you want to listen to the music. And it's 3 hours, so pee beforehand, because yeah.
All right, good to know. For those of you who are wondering who the new faces are, Jay is the writer. He provided the words, as he told me backstage, for World Class and tons of other books, but we'll get to that. And Chris is the editor over at Maverick Comics, which is a branch off of Mad Cave. And they are joining us tonight because they have some exciting new titles coming up. And they just wanted to hang with us. They were like, Laura, can we please hang out with you guys? Right, Jay?
I'm glad that my application was approved. Guys had a thorough background check, and
There's a long line of guests waiting to join in, and we got lucky.
Yeah, you guys really did. I mean, we're picky, super picky. Jay, what do you think about this stuff selling for these prices? It's incredible, right?
I wouldn't buy it.
People are, though. People are spending $100 on these
well,
popcorn things.
Good. That's usually what popcorn costs at the movies anyway. So I haven't seen the Batman yet. I'm hoping to this weekend. I will. I will definitely see it this weekend. I'm just hoping they reveal the fate of Batman's parents after all this time.
I heard a rumor that they die.
Dude, spoilers much?
Nah, man, it's just a rumor. I can't confirm it.
Okay.
Non-confirmed.
No confirmation.
I mean, who's going to, it doesn't make any sense if they die. Who's going to raise them? The butler?
I know, that doesn't make any sense. That's crazy talk now, Jay. Come on.
You think yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish your sentence.
No, I just wonder if, like, growing up, if Alfred had to deal with, like, all the awkward puberty talks with Bruce Wayne.
Oh, I want you guys to watch the movie. We can talk.
Why? Oh, geez. Okay, no
spoilers. Is that a scene?
No, you would have. You remember that movie Arthur? He goes, "What do you want me to do? Go in and wash your dick for you, sir?"
Well, I don't think that's where Jen was going with that.
Alfred would do it.
This is the first Batman movie where there's no. They don't do that. They don't show that, right? in every movie you almost always see them, right? And this you don't. It just kind of drops you right in, and that's the only thing I'm going to say.
Man, I'm gonna have
Yes.
no clue who Batman even is.
Yeah, this is crazy. We went on.
Have
a
we
little
heard
bit
of this
tangent.
guy before? Does he have superpowers?
Well, what do you think, Chris? What's your take on this? Are you planning on seeing it in the theaters?
Oh, yeah. I'm a huge fan of Robert Pattinson as an actor.
Are you really? Thank God. I have
I-
not heard a guy say that since this whole thing
I-
started.
I love him as an actor. I think he's just a weirdo, like commits to everything. Like
Yeah.
he's great. I love him. And yeah, Zoe Kravitz also love Zoe Kravitz. So seeing them be very hot together on screen, sure, I'll watch it just for that.
Right?
Much
It's
less
so
it's a
much
Batman
hotness. So much hotness. Yeah, that's a brave statement that you made. I commend you, sir, for admitting your love for Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, he's just a weirdo. It's great.
It works, right? It works. Okay, Red Hood, you're up. What do you think on this?
Well, the collectibles, like that's like people buy that stuff, you know? Like
Yeah.
that's why people are so like hungry to pick these things up cuz you know, they got to flip it when the iron's hot, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, some of the stuff is really cool. I had a Black Panther cup and it was all etched and everything. I sold that thing for like $150.
What did you pay for it?
Oh, like $10, $20.
Yeah, I'm
something
curious.
that.
Like, what do you think this popcorn carrier went for? Jay said this is probably pretty close to the
So
theater
I
price.
keep
Right?
my stuff when I buy it.
Hey, are we showing off stuff? Man,
Yeah.
So my popcorn tin, I kept it and I put stuff in it.
dude,
then
I
I
got
have-
the Miss Marvel one tin. You want that, Jen?
I think I have it.
At a
I have, like,
400%
the
mark.
Spider-Man figure that came at the AMC when it came out. Like, but I keep it because it's cool. Like, I don't want
Right.
to sell it. I'll keep it.
I mean, they're collectible, but that's more like MCU stuff. Like, you know, is a lot more fun than the Batman
Well,
stuff.
I saw the popcorn, and when I looked at it, I'm like, you don't get much popcorn out of it. So I
Yeah,
was like, no.
it's just like the cups. Like there, you can't put much soda in there. You know, the movie's like 3 hours. You're gonna be dying of thirst. Like you're gonna be looking at people's like what was that noise, and then take their drink, start drinking it.
Ew. Don't go to the movies with Red Hood. He'll steal your shit in the middle of a scene. Like, oh, you know,
No,
my
but
stuff.
like that's pretty cheap. I thought these books would be going for a lot more than that. Honestly,
Yeah, I'm a little
I
surprised.
think
too.
it's a reprint of Long Halloween issue 1, right? So, but a buddy of mine got me 3 copies. So, like, if you need one, Jen, I'll hook you up.
Cool. Yeah, because I kind of just when I asked her for one, I just kind of wanted one just to because again, I like when I go see these movies on opening night. I like just having like from the Black Widow. I was able to grab.
I
one of
would
those.
rather have like the big poster. I got a shitload of the posters, like the mini posters they hand out. Like that's what I would look forward to. So like, kind of disappointed they didn't make a big print of this that I know of.
Maybe for the next one.
Maybe for the next one. There you go. So, Jay, if you had a popcorn carrier, would you sell it like Red Hood's saying for $89, or would you keep it like Jen does and cuddle with it at night?
Well, if I paid $89 for it, I would not sell it for $89. I would just go ahead and keep it. But
Right.
if I could make a profit like Red Hood did, it's getting sold.
Right. That's how I feel. Like I'm not like emotionally attached to popcorn carriers, but
I also really dig the Red Hood anyway. So I mean, I love your name.
I know, where did he go? He's probably
Oh.
off stealing soda from somebody.
Or he's going to show off some of his stuff that he got from the movies.
Yeah. That's probably what he's doing. All right, let's keep cruising. Guys, if you are just joining us, we're at almost 30 views. Welcome on in. Make sure you are sharing out. We love to have you guys here. It's kind of a nice precursor to the Hot 10 over on CBSI. So let's keep moving. Next up, Jen brought this to my attention because apparently during the Batman movie, a preview for Bob's Burgers comes up. Yeah? Tell me about it.
I love it. I love it so much. Because I've been in Bob's Burgers withdrawal. I go to Hulu. I'm like, where is it? And I know they've been working on this movie. They show you a much longer trailer than we've seen before. And they let you know that's coming out Memorial Day weekend. Wait,
All
was she
right,
showing
hold.
me?
Let's see.
Look at this
Uh,
pretty tin. Look at that. Look at that. I still have this. Look at that.
That's pretty cool. What could you have sold it for, though?
I don't know. She pissed off a lot of people. Like, so, like, it
know.
doesn't really. But see, that's kind of like my thing. I like making people mad. That's why I kind of like her.
Nice.
Very cool. Nice pickup. We're talking about the Bob's Burger movie. So,
Oh yeah,
Jay,
yeah.
Jay, do you ever watch the show?
I have never seen an episode of Bob's Burgers. I'm
Really?
afraid. Yeah.
Chris, look more shocked. Go like this.
Even after the
That's shocking.
never seen one. No.
Oh, so good.
It's
It's
so
good.
good.
Does he also have a butler that helps him with his junk?
No, but Bob is. Have you ever seen Archer?
Yeah, I've seen all the Archers. I know they're the same voice actor.
Yeah.
So
They
why didn't
have
that
that-
tell you right there? Right there, you're like, okay, if I watched Archer and I loved it, I'm gonna watch Bob's Burgers.
Which one
It-
is Archer?
not
Is that the
that,
one
yeah.
where he's on the like?
He's part of the espionage group with his mom,
Oh, I haven't seen that.
and it's there's a bunch of actors. Oh, who's that? The girl who's dating Ross on Friends.
Jennifer Aniston?
No, there's another one that he was it Charlie? There was a girl that like was also like on his level. Like,
Aisha Tyler.
yes.
Yeah.
Damn, Jay. All right. You know your
Good job.
stuff. All right.
She's in it.
Nice.
It's good. It's funny.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Okay. What about you, Chris? Before we do our shocked face, have you seen Bob's Burgers?
I've seen a couple seasons. I
Okay.
really like it. I'm not like hugely into it, but I really like it. I'll definitely check this out for sure. 'Cause I also love like animated movies a lot, so
Right up your alley, then, right? Can't go wrong. And Joe, I'm guessing you're a huge Bob's Burgers fan.
No, I haven't seen it.
Chris, shocked
Two
face.
people?
Shocked. What? What are you guys doing with your
Is
lives?
this on Amazon? What's Prime?
It's on Hulu. It's on Hulu.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
So,
on
of
Hulu.
course-
Okay. Is there like a delay?
You have a little bit of a lag, a little bit, but it's not
Little
like
bit?
horrible. Yeah, I've never
Okay.
seen Bob's Burgers. Wait, or Good Burger. Oh my
Wow.
gosh, this is just crazy to me. Okay, so Jen wanted to include some information here because this is kind of relevant. So you have this trailer dropping. So what's happening with the comic book?
So it goes. I've been trying to find this in the wild for. Ideally, I want to get for under $10, and I've not yet been successful. It goes for around $30 to $40. It's on an upward trend, but this is the first. I think it's from 2014, right? 2014. But it's always interesting to
Yes.
see after trailers like where it is, and I'm like, for $30. Oh, I still want it for like under that.
But that's a huge jump if you can find a 9.8. You can get it. I mean, that's pretty cool, and it's on an upward trend. And then once the movie drops, you know it'll be even bigger.
I don't think I would. I want to read it.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, that's good too. Read it, then sell it. Support the hobby, right?
Oh, keep it. PC.
What do you think, Jay?
Make sure you have Joe clean it, no matter what. You know.
That was the best thing you could have said. That was the perfect response, right, Joe?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He'll make it look perfect. All right,
I'll
Chris,
try.
would you spend $30 on the number one?
for like a property I really liked, yeah, probably. Not so much for Bob's Burgers at the moment. Maybe I might get really into it.
Maybe.
the
You
movie,
never
you
know.
know.
You never know. All right. Very good. So, guys, if you're just hopping in, we were just covering some nerd news. Jen went and saw the Batman movie, and Bob's Burgers was one of the previews. But let's move on. Oh,
Well,
wait, Joe, do you have anything to add to this one?
Yeah, no, I would
Sorry.
say like the strategy here, it's a low buy-in at about $30. Get it graded right before the trailer pops, and then you could probably sell it a lot more because of the FOMO.
But the
Oh,
trailer's
no.
already out.
Oh,
The
the
movie.
trailer's
The
out.
movie.
Oh, it's
Yeah, the
it's
movie
too
comes
late.
out.
It's too late. Like
The movie
you're gonna
comes
miss
out
that.
in Memorial Day. movie.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah.
You won't even have it back from CGC by then.
Yeah. Nah. It's
Even if you fast track it.
not
No.
even if you fast track it.
It'll be Christmas.
Maybe if
little-
you do the 1 day thing where it takes them 2 weeks for the 1 day, right? Because I got in a fight with the lady at CGC, and like, yeah, she was cold blooded, but I
Oh.
like that.
Did you
That's
win the fight?
Like you don't really win a fight with CGC because they have your books, right? Like you only fight with them if they have no books of yours. And you just call them randomly just to start some shit, which sometimes I do.
Oh God, Joe.
Actually, I've got a recording. Like I told you that I was going to play it on one of the shows, like where I was just asking just crazy questions and like.
Did you prank call him?
Yeah, it's pretty hysterical.
I want to hear it for sure. That's another thing too, though. I meant to mention during the Batman talk. Did you guys know that AMC is going to start accepting cryptocurrency?
What?
Mm-hmm. They're going to start developing NFTs, which people are saying is the future of comic books, Chris. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. But there's like this mixed reaction out there. But yeah, they're going to start accepting cryptocurrency, and they're going to start selling AMC theater popcorn like in grocery stores and stuff.
That is true.
Huh.
That is true.
Of course it's true. I'm saying it. It's
Yeah,
true.
but it tastes like shit.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Alamo City Draft House, Alamo Draft House?
No.
Oh, it sucks. Like you're trying to watch a movie and people are like, giving other people their food and you see the head bobbing or whatever. And I'm like, sit down.
You're that guy, huh? All right. Set a price in Super Chat. And when we reach it, Joe has to play the tape of him paying or telling off CGC. Do you have the tape, Joe?
I have to find it.
Will you
It's in
find
my
it for
phone.
$10?
I have to find it.
For $10, would you find it?
Tape.
I kind of want to edit it too to make it.
No,
better.
I want like the raw.
It's a
Joe.
20-minute conversation.
No, I don't. I want an edited version. Definitely edited. All right, let's keep moving, guys. So if you're just joining us, we have Jay Sandlin from Maverick and Chris Sanchez from Maverick to discuss some of their upcoming titles. Now, some of you might not even know what Maverick is, and we're going to get to that in a second. Jen, this is the part I wanted you to hear about. I did some research prior to doing the show because their comic books specifically target young adults, which are, high schoolers up to age 20-something. Huh. So in recent years, less than 20% of U.S. teens report reading a book, which I think is fascinating because that's all I did growing up.
Yeah.
Or a magazine or a newspaper daily, while more than 80% say they use social media every day. So instead of reading, kids are on their cell phones, they're checking out TikTok, blah, blah, blah. And the decline in reading print media was especially steep. So Chris, this is what I know we're not going to talk about NFTs too much, but print media was on the decline.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's been going on for...
how do you battle
20
that, man?
years. Well, you look at it as either, okay, print media is dying, but then you also see like, oh, digital media is rising more than ever. Like if you look at Webtoon as like a webcomics sort of thing that has millions of unique visitors every day. Like it's wild how much visitors a Webtoon gets as comparative even to like going to your local comic shop. And that's just a difference of, just a difference of generation and different things like that. Like I grew up reading novels and comics and stuff like that, print. But now it's way more accessible just to go online and find the webcomic of a creator that you really like, or read web novels or stuff like that. And that's just a different way of reading stuff. And now, obviously, I think a lot of people are still reading print because there's a thing. But if you didn't grow up reading like hardback books and you're just have a phone on you all the time and you can read it on there, can assume like, why would you even make that switch or that connection? But again, it's just different people, different generations.
Yeah.
I view it as.
I mean,
Go
they
ahead.
tailor to these type of people. Like, don't the audio book with the like where you could just listen and you could have somebody read it to you.
Yeah.
Like that's where it all started. And like, what? I don't have to read it. Somebody can read it to me. You know, I think that's where it all started, right?
Yeah, I mean, audiobooks, podcasts, the joy of all that of just being like, okay, like I can read, I can listen to a book and it's still like reading because you're still like imagining the scenarios in your head. You're listening to a podcast and you get that story and that drama and that thing just more not more physical, but just think about it a bit more maybe, and that's it's a difference for sure. And something like, and what we try to do at Maverick, I think, to like not combat it, because it was just more like get into the mindset of people and just find stories that resonates with people enough that it makes people go out and maybe read their first comic or things like that. People who don't like to read novels tend to really, really love reading comics because it's a lower word counts. You can still get the good, genuine story. I see it a lot as people does. It's like a stepping stone to reading more is getting kids reading more comics. That's why I find it a little like disingenuous when people are like, for kids growing up, uh, for kids growing up, there's like, oh, comics aren't real books. Expect
Yeah.
that's like so weird to me when I started reading. Like I graduated from like I started reading manga and comics and stuff like that. And there's like, oh, I love to read. Let me read other stuff. So, and I know so many people like that, and it's like all of my younger cousins, I give them books, I give them comics all the time, and they're like, "Oh my god, I haven't read a book in like 2 years, but I love these books." So
No, that's a good point. And Tomb actually says something here. Comics work perfect for my modern attention span because I do think that attention spans nowadays are so much shorter. There's too much going on. Like you want something fast, quick.
Yeah.
And Jay, as a parent, do you
What'd
think
you
that you
say?
could get your 8-year-old? Can you get your 8-year-old to read an actual comic book?
What'd you say?
What?
What'd you say?
What do you mean?
What? I'm sorry, my attention span's too short.
Oh, I'm like, shit, have I said you?
That was good.
Damn it, you got me. You
He's
got
pretty-
me.
You know, he's been raised on, you know, the teat of the muse of comics. My
teat.
8-year-old. So
The
I would
teat.
say the teat of the muse. Yeah. And I would say that he is good with getting through the comics. It just depends on how much you want to read, which is why World Class, when we first started the project, and I found out it would be a longer comic, graphic novel. It turned out to be over 200 pages. We made chapters.
All right, hold on. Let's get to
Inside.
that then. So Maverick is the sister, or I don't want to say sister company. It's the branch off of Mad Cave that is specifically targeted to young adults. And Jay wrote the book World Class. When does this release? Let's start there.
Chris, you got the date exactly? I know it's like the 30th.
March 30th.
30th.
March
yeah.
30th, yeah.
Yes.
CJ, I need something you didn't know. There you go.
That's a good cover. That's a good cover.
Solid cover. But you said this was 200 pages?
A little over that, yes. But we divided it into chapters for attention spans, and it made it easier to write as well when it was in chapters, because to that point, everything I had written, graphic novel wise, comic wise, was issues. So the chapters was a way to take the issues back without having issues, because I have issues.
Anthony liked that. All right, hold on. This is the Previews World YouTube video that kind of gives us a little synopsis on what this book's about. Go ahead, Ant. All right, so we got a soccer player. Jay, do you want to narrate this?
Where Adrian Molina comes from.
Does
Football
it have
is a way
audio?
of life.
Hey, there's music in the background.
The pitch is a sacred place where dreams can come true. Or come crashing down.
I like the voice you're doing. This is perfect.
Yeah, man. You got the audio book for this?
Adrian dreams of playing on the world stage.
In theaters now.
But he has to survive high school first.
Oh, uniforms. Yay.
like
Now,
Hogwarts.
thousands of miles from home. Well, Hogwarts is like this, really.
He's a Gryffindor.
Adrian would be Hufflepuff all the way.
Loyal to a T, huh?
Loyal to a T. Struggles to keep his place on the team. Got to find his real friends. We talked about how Maverick is about finding yourself in the pages. You know, he makes a friend, and that's when things start looking up with his friend Luciano. He's got a family he wants to make proud, his parents, who were always in the front row for him. And yeah, it's about finding your team more so than, and it's not about what jersey you're wearing or what you look like on the outside. Your team is kind of who you relate to. You want to hit a pause right there, or if you can. So we got a shout out to the rest of the artistic team. The artist, Patrick Mulholland, colorist, Rebecca Nolte, letterer, Justin Birch. And we've got, oh man, I'm going to butcher Miguel's name. Miguel Zapata.
That's
Zapata?
perfect.
Zapata.
That's
Yeah,
perfect.
Miguel. And then, of course, Chris Sanchez down there is the editor. And we had Chris and I had a great time on the script, but like you mentioned, wait, did you want to talk about that yet? How we?
Yeah,
put it
go
together?
ahead. Let's do it.
Okay, so you were surprised, Laura, when I said that the artist and I never had any communication while doing the book.
Shocked. Like
Yeah.
Chris Sanchez looking shocked right now. Like,
He could probably, Chris could probably speak to you more about the processes that go into the books.
Yeah, it's sort of when we first sort of convinced of Matt Cave and I became like the head of it. This was my first big editorial gig, so I was sort of new to editing at that point, but I was still going through paces. So when like Jay finished the script, I don't know, in a month or two ish, you blaze through that. So once that happened, there was just sort of a lull until the art started, and then once I sort of made a decision to just separate and just be like, okay, we're getting, instead of like going back and forth and you know, instead of going back and forth with people, just like we have the script, we have the backbone, get Patrick and Rebecca on and everything, and sort of make
it
the book
blows
from
my
there.
mind though, Chris, because like, okay, in this instance, it worked out perfectly. But what if Jay didn't like the art? What if Jay was like, "This isn't what I was thinking"?
I think Jay has worked with us before since that book, so I think there was some trust there.
Let's put it this way. I'll just put it straight up. It doesn't matter if Jay likes it. It's not Jay's book. I mean, Jay's a part of the book, obviously. Chris is a part of the book. Patrick's a part of the book. I did get a chance now when we put out it was the character concepts of just some black and white character sheets. And I could have given notes on that, but I really didn't have any. I thought everybody looked great. I made part of my process with writing is making character sheets, and that goes before the script. And that's just a outline of what the characters look like. Sometimes I can be like with Adrian, I described somebody who was who looked like that.
It's like a young Anthony.
Yeah.
That's you, babe.
Think so?
Yeah,
Are you Colombian?
He's Mexican.
No, Mexican.
Oh, Jenn is.
Mexican.
Jenn's Colombian.
Well, I'm half.
Well,
We're
his nickname is the Colombian Cannon, which we came up with I think Chris came up with that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it was in the original pitch, maybe, or something
Y'all
like
better
that.
be careful with that, man. Y'all can get killed like coming up with that stuff, man.
Shannon.
I was gonna ask because of the colors and I like that. I was like, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, no, it's a very like he's Colombian. When he goes to like the London preparatory school, his best friend is this Brazilian, Luciano. Uh, the main like foil to everything. He's half Spanish. Um, it's a really dope book just to get all like the multicultural aspects of soccer since it is the world sport.
Sure.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed that aspect of it, and it was super. Especially, it's also super cool to see because Mad Cave and Maverick as a whole, most of the like behind the scenes people, like editors, our CEO, everyone's most of us are Colombian.
Oh, that's cool.
What? I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Have you seen
Most of us.
Encanto?
Yes,
What?
I have. Seen that.
Who hasn't seen Encanto? Well, I have a question for Jay then.
Yes, I've seen Encanto.
No, not that was awesome. How is it? How is it writing like an ethnic character that's not maybe because I mean if I was going to write a character, I stay in my wheelhouse, which is what I know. So you kind of went outside your wheelhouse, unless you know.
No, I did stay in my wheelhouse. I did stay in my wheelhouse, but with a few different. There were a few differences. When we talk about my wheelhouse, the biggest thing for me was not the culture, ethnicity. It was the fact that Adrian is an athlete, and I was very much, or am very much not an athlete. So.
Okay.
What I kind of did was just projected, that was my my weakness in school. But Adrian has a lot of strengths and weaknesses too. And one thing I did was my strength in school was theater. So I decided to make that Adrian's weakness. And that kind of worked to my advantage to where I got to say, you're not good at everything. You can't be, and he's not good at everything. He actually is. We both deal with anxiety. We both deal with depression. I've not, and it's an ongoing game. If you're somebody, whoever you are out there watching this, I know people in the chat right now deal with depression on a daily basis, whether it's just being bummed out in situational things, or if you're dealing with something mental health wise. It's an ongoing game, and it's one that sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. But if you're like Adrian, you just have to keep playing.
Sure. All right. I have a follow-up then. So somebody that I mean, that was awesome and obviously very personal to you. Is it some type of relief or almost like therapy to put it on paper like that?
Yeah.
Anything can be therapy. I mean, putting it down on paper, it was kind of cool in a way that the guy, being me, the guy who never got picked for the team, got to write the book of the guy who gets picked for the team. His team, by the way, he gets picked for. He's playing for the Bogota Condors. Now, the Condors are Colombian in influence, obviously, and they go on then to. He goes on to play for Regents United, which is the London prep team. I think originally I wanted to call them like the Kingsmen, but that was just too close to.
Sure.
We had a bunch of like the Knights and the.
We had a lot of
like
ideas. Yeah. We liked Regents United. We all
Regents
liked
United
that
is
name. Yeah, we all like a regent is a ruler. So
Sure.
they're rulers. They're all good players, but you'll find they're not exactly united when Adrian gets to the school and meets the team. Especially, we've talked about his foil. Chris mentioned Titan Evans, the star striker.
Oh my god!
I already
am
hate
so
him.
sold. I'm
I
already.
already hate
Yeah.
Titan. As soon as you said the name, I was like, I hate that guy. I haven't read it yet.
No,
love it.
it sounds perfect. And the whole thing with depression and anxiety is so prevalent, especially among young adults. And whether or not there's a correlation between that and their lack of reading and too much fucking social media, maybe there is. But I think it's interesting that you can kind of tackle that in these pages. So even if you have teenagers out there that are struggling in high school, this would be such a good book for them to read. Now,
Yeah.
Chris, you were saying earlier, what
Well,
the
hold on.
goal-
Let me piggyback onto that real quick.
Yeah,
because,
go ahead.
I think it's cool, and this is a round of applause for everybody on the creative team that did this. I think a big part of any type of depression or anything that anybody goes through as an individual, you always feel like you're alone. And when you put something like this out there for people to read, and it's more relatable, so somebody that's going through a depression or whatever it is, and they read it and they're like, hey, I'm not on my own. It's cool to put that material out there so people can absorb it and say, all right, it's not just me.
Yeah, listen to our goal when developing Maverick was to create relatable stories for readers looking for their own tribe.
I dig it.
Amen. I mean, that's perfect. You're looking for your tribe. What do you think,
Yeah.
Joe?
So, like, is the book like in a trade paperback form? Is it pretty thick?
Yeah, it's they're all released as original graphic novels, so
Okay.
they all comes out all at once. The 200 and something pages. It's like 210, I think, final.
And they
it's
can, you can
Like
still get
the,
this. Right now,
the
too.
artwork on the cover, like that would intrigue me to pick it up. Like if I knew nothing about it.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. The
It's
art
a
team,
phenomenal
like
artwork.
Patrick Mulholland and Rebecca Nolte, they both just absolutely killed both their respective things. Both Patrick's very manga, like sports manga inspired, so it's definitely in that same wheelhouse of like action, like really energetic, super fast paced. But then there's the school aspect that I was like some of my favorite parts of the book is how they just deal with their regular school stuff.
So
Love it.
sold. Love it. All right. So, guys, this comes in shops for those of you who are watching March 30th. So, you still have time to pre order. We put the code here up on the screen DEC 211718. And yeah, you guys, this sounds like a complete winner, whether you're an adult, a young adult. I think it can reach every audience out there. Anything you want to add, Jay, before we move on?
I hope people check it out. I hope they like it. I'd love to hear what they think about it when it does come out on social media. You can find me there at @JSandlin_. And usually doing Twitter and Instagram these days. But I'm also on Facebook, Jay Sandlin Writer. So I'd love to hear what you think about it once you've had a chance to read it. I would recommend not reading this in one sitting. Or maybe if you go back and read it again, if it gets a second read it a little slower, take a few chapters at a time, and just see if you don't pick up more on what we were throwing down that way. Because a lot of people who have read it previously before release have said they felt like it goes too fast. And that's why I say, well, give it a chance with a slower pace, maybe, if you go into it.
Coming from the writer himself. So that's some good ass advice. All right. Well, very good. Oh, do you have anything to add, Jen? Anybody? Jen? Yeah. Jen?
I was gonna say it kind of. I'm probably gonna butcher this name, but I love this volleyball anime. Is it Haikyuu?
Oh, Haikyuu?
Yes.
Haikyuu.
So this kind of like, just from you guys talking about it, kind of reminds me of like a soccer version with like a little bit of. Did you guys ever watch? Oh man, I think it's Goal the Dream Begins.
Oh yeah, part 1 and 2. Great.
Like it's like it
Yeah.
sounds like a mixture of that, so it makes me kind of excited to read it.
Oh no, for sure. Yeah, I know Rebecca, the colorist on it, is also huge. As soon as they saw it, they were like, "Oh, this is like Haikyuu," and it's just a bunch of like,
Nice.
just a bunch of boys try their best at soccer, and it's just like, yeah, it's great.
Cool.
Well, Laura, I just ordered 3 copies of it. One for me, one for you guys to give away once they come in, and my OCD kicked in, so I ordered me an extra one.
All right, so here's the deal then. The one that we give away, you
Yeah.
have to leave a comment on this show after the show ends. Leave a
Mhm.
comment at the bottom saying whether or not you're going to pick it up, what you thought of the show, whatever, and you will be in the running. But you have to leave a comment
wait.
after the show. What?
Yep.
Can it be comment either your favorite book, movie, or TV show that has to do with sports?
Love it.
Mm.
There you go. So
I already know
that's
mine.
good.
Will Ferrell
You're-
kicking and screaming. Watch it. It's
That's
classic.
it's funny with coffee and he gets addicted.
No,
The Heart of a Lion.
Yours would be heavyweights, wouldn't
That's
it?
not a sports movie. That's just
They
my
got
No,
guilty
that doesn't
pleasure.
count.
They
Doesn't
have the
count.
baseball team across the lake. No?
Having sports in your movie doesn't make it a sports movie.
Absolutely, Laura.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Color,
say Mighty Ducks all the way.
Woo! Oh yes.
All right, that's good,
Quack.
but I'm going to beat
Quack.
you with Cool Runnings.
Quack.
Santa, you dead, man? No?
Quack.
You know what's funny? I literally watched movie 1 or Mighty Ducks 2 and 3 today. While I was packaging.
Three didn't happen. Three
Did you watch the TV show?
I watched the TV series twice through now.
But Emilio Estevez is leaving because they were like requiring him to be vaccinated or something like that. So he
Oh.
left. And so now I don't want to watch it anymore.
Oh, there's a TV show.
Yeah, on Disney
Uh-huh.
Plus.
Disney Plus has a TV show.
And you see some of the
Oh.
characters from the show and the coach come back.
All right,
It's
we need to do a
cool.
follow-up after Jay watches Mighty Ducks on Disney Plus.
Wait, hold on. So Jay was Mighty Ducks. I'm Cool Runnings.
It might be a
Anthony
while.
Kicking and Screaming. Jen, what's yours?
I'll do Hajime no Ippo.
What?
What?
Hajime no Ippo is a boxing
Bless
anime.
you.
It's awesome.
Fuck.
Anime like manga. It's
Oh.
awesome.
Jen, text me that. I'll watch it.
It's actually the longest like running manga of all time. It's ridiculous. It has
All
like
right, Kurt-
over a thousand chapters. It's great.
Chris and Jen are spirit animaling over here. Over
I know, they
Mega.
totally are.
I dig it.
Chris,
All right,
what's
Red Hood.
yours? No, you have to do Chris first. Chris first.
Oh,
then Red
Chris.
Hood.
I mean, mine would probably be Haikyuu. I love Haikyuu. It's just
It's
a
really
bunch
good.
of really cute boys doing volleyball stuff. It's great. There's just
And you see heart. There's heart.
there's so much heart. It's great.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they are spirit. Okay, Joe, you're
love
up.
What are we saying? Favorite sports movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad News Bears. Joe's the Bad News Bears. Watch.
No, like The Natural with
Ooh.
come on, man.
I
Like
don't know what that is.
Baseball.
Oh my
Like-
god.
like
Baseball.
like that's dealing with all the mythology of baseball and just I mean it
Laura,
was
you
cool.
don't know. You never seen that movie?
No.
Unless the BBC puts it out, she hasn't seen it. So
I do like the
wrap this
BBC.
thing up.
So, guys, that's the deal. If you want a copy of Jay's book, which is going to be, let me get it on the screen, which is going to be coming out in March for free, comment on this show your favorite sports movie or show because it goes with the theme of the night. You'll
Or
be
anime
put in
or
the
manga.
running. Or manga. Perfect. All right, so let's keep cruising. We were supposed to have another guest on tonight, but they weren't able to attend. So, Chris, you're taking the lead. Tell us a little bit about Good Game, Well Played.
First and foremost, I think it was inspired a lot by 90s just like hangout comedy movies. That sort of like vibe of like it's these 5 kids who work at this video game store and just like hang out and have a bunch of adventures, and their main thing that happens is this like evil landlord is coming to shut down the video game store, and they have to like do a bunch of like money making schemes to like save the store. And I like Rachel, the writer on it, just absolutely kills the comedy of it. It's just super funny and super fun. And then Catherine brings this really, really stylized, like everyone looks great and has like their own distinct styles. And it's just this like very fun, like hangout comedy, but then you also get like all of the teenage issues. Just so many teenage issues, and it's great. I love it.
Oh,
This
that's-
reminds me of like Tower Records meets Breakfast Club.
Yes, that's what I was just going to say. Tower Records. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah,
you got every genre of child there from all their different dress.
Mm-hmm.
Genre of Chuck.
You like that? You can use that, Jay.
Nice.
You can have it.
I'll rent
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it
very
definitely has like the like high fidelity vibe of like the record store, but it's like video game store kind of
Mhm.
type of thing. It's very cool, and there's like video game, like kind of old school arcade, like crossover stuff. It's a fun book to just really like know like teenage issues, but also just see this group of friends just hanging out.
Is this a
I
trade
like it.
paperback?
Yeah, all Maverick is all just OGNs,
Okay.
all graphic novels. We don't do issues, and they're all like 180 to 200 pages long. Um, yeah, yeah. So that the whole thing comes out May 4th.
I
So
love
they
it.
got some time. They got some time to get this one in, and this takes place
Yeah.
in 1999. So let me
Mhm.
think here.
Ninth
I was a
grade.
freshman.
15. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
15. Wow.
Freshman in high school.
Yeah. I don't
We
even.
have if you guys ever get down to Arizona, definitely hit us up. But there's a place down here. It's called the Cobra Cafe, and it is a retro video game, like cabinet video game
That's
bar for adults.
I
It's
kind of
awesome.
love that. I think
That
that's
those
great.
were good times when you would just
Mm-hmm.
you'd go into an arcade and you put your quarter in and you'd be playing somebody you don't know and then
You
like
put it on the window where you
Yeah.
put your quarter up on the
like
window. Like I got next.
next, bro. You
Yep.
know what I mean? I'm coming for you.
I'm
That's
coming for that
all,
high
yeah.
score.
I was always low key threatening those quarters on the windows.
You're like, who quarter is this? And Jay's all right here.
I remember I used
like
to work overnight as a night stalker, and they had like Street Fighter 2, and that was the hottest game, and it was broken, and so you didn't have to pay. So I'd spend my lunch and break playing it, and I would beat the shit out of everybody at the arcade. Like, you sure you want to put that money up there, bro? I'm gonna mess you up in front of your girl, dude. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly.
Mhm.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit. If I had to challenge you to one game, I would
Oh God, I already know.
kick your ass at Tetris.
Oh yeah,
I would give somebody $100 bill if you could beat her at Tetris. 'Cause
You
I'm
can't
so
beat
sick of
me.
losing to her.
I suck at that game. The pressure, dude. Like of
Can't beat
just
me.
like fitting the shapes. I was like, I can't take it.
You know what's funny though? She talks shit like it's a sport. She's like, "Oh, you like that box? Oh, 2 rows?" And I'm like, "Relax there, all right? Just simmer down. You're on broil. Put yourself on simmer, and let's just play this game." And I
Playing
can't do it anymore.
Tetris is a sport, and I am definitely like a letterman. I should have had a little T on my
A
jacket.
letterman. All right, raise the hands real quick. Super side note: do you believe that an academic letter counts as a letter?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Jay.
Yeah.
Yes, it counts. Thank you. It's the only thing I lettered in because I was not athletic either. It was just not my thing, man. I did cheerleading for like a year and it was just bad. I have no.
Look at Jen. Look at Jen. Say something, Jen.
What, Jen? Having
But
an
not-
academic.
But now you're boxing.
I am boxer.
So yeah.
She's off. What's the muscle right here, Laura?
That's my oblique.
She's like, feel my obliques, and I'm
Feel
like,
my
I grab her butt. And she's like, that's not my obliques. I'm like, oh, all right. Sorry, I don't know what obliques are.
Okay, you lettered in wrestling
And football.
and football. Barely.
I didn't track.
Track, not a sport.
I-
I
As a
lettered
freshman.
in football and
Track's a
baseball.
great sport.
What'd you say,
Band.
Joe?
I
Band?
lettered in football and baseball.
Okay, not sports.
Dude, band's
Lettered in
more
the band.
band's more athletic than your
Yeah, they got to
academic
carry
letter.
all that equipment, dude. Like
and
I-
marching and stuff. That's tough.
hell
I've seen them do
nah,
it.
man. The
Yeah.
field was hot and wearing all them coats.
Who said
and
band?
everything.
I said
Jay
band.
did.
Yeah. I lettered
Okay,
in
band counts.
Yeah, band counts.
Well, it depends. What'd you play?
alto sax.
Yeah,
Okay,
sexy. I
counts.
like it.
Definitely counts. All right.
Wait. I got to know something about Chris now. So, Chris, we're learning about
Well-
everybody else. What's just super side note? What is like a hobby or what do you do? What does Chris do for fun?
Dungeons and Dragons. That's me.
Dude, I want to play so bad, but I can't find anybody to teach me. Okay, sorry. Super side note. We'll talk backstage.
He watched Stranger Things one too many times, and now he wants to like get all into Dungeons and Dragons.
I want to get all the homies here and spend like 12 hours playing Dungeons and Dragons. So bad.
That's the dream. Yeah.
There's this writer, Mark Bernardin. He does Batman Beyond with Kevin Smith. He
Mhm.
said that Dungeons and Dragons prepared him to be a writer in writers' rooms. And ever since he said that, I've been wanting to play.
Thank you.
What character did Red Hood play Street Fighter?
Oh, Blanca.
I was gonna say Blanca.
Blanca. I'd kill everybody with Blanca, and it was just like everybody would always pick the cooler characters, and I just crush them, dude.
All right, Joe, prove it. What was the combination on the controller for Blanca?
Oh God, I can't. Man, I don't remember.
That's
It's been so long.
I know
no
how to make a
worries.
fox.
I don't know what it would be if you could have said anything, and I'd have been like, "Yeah, that sounds right."
Yeah,
Right.
like I just maybe if I pick up the sticks like and just put the quarter in, it would all come back.
All right, you know he's an arcade gangster when he said pick up the sticks. Let's move on, Laura.
Pick up the sticks. I don't know.
Well, I used to play competitively at Madden. And I messed
Ooh.
with my finger. My finger's all bent up. Like I was gonna.
You got that
enter
Nintendo thumb?
Nah, man. Like, but Nick Cannon, he used to play, and he tried to glitch me, and he's a cheater. And I called him out online, and he blocked me. So
You fought with Nick Cannon?
yeah, dude. Like I tell you, like people fuck with me, man. Like I don't care. Like Des Bryant tried to cheat on me, and I filmed it. Yeah, like I'm telling you, like it's just like so random.
Hold on,
You're
Chris.
killing Chris here.
Hold on, Chris. Ask him about the Green Ranger.
No, that'll take too
Let
long.
me tell you, like that guy is a fucking asshole, dude.
The
Jason
Power
David
Ranger.
Frank.
Like I knocked over his little book bag, and he started flipping out. "Hey, I know you're going."
Sorry, I didn't mean to throw that one in the wrench. Sorry.
Are you guys going to any cons this year?
Thanks, Jen.
Any cons?
Chris probably will be.
I might be going to Emerald City Comic Con.
Cool.
Like maybe I do know I'm going to. There is a book fair in April somewhere here. I need to find it again. I forgot what it was.
Wait, where are you?
I'm in LA. I'm in Los Angeles.
Oh, you're not too far from us. We're in Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay, where
Yeah,
are
I'll
you?
go
At?
to the LA Times Book Festival held
Cool.
at USC. So that's in April.
Nice.
Cool. I don't have any cons planned. I'm not really a con kind of guy. I would probably go if invited. I don't know if I still feel like I want to be around that many people yet.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, it'd be fun to be at a con and play D&D.
I've never played D&D, so if,
So it'd be three of. Wait, you
if
haven't played
someone
D&D.
wants to teach me, I'll be there.
I'm with Jay.
Yeah, if somebody wants to take the time to teach me.
If you invite me, I will come.
Oh my gosh.
Wait,
He's not
Jay.
good
Jay,
at
what neck of the woods are you in? Where are you at in the United States?
I live in Alabama.
In the Bamo. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, Anthony, capital of Alabama.
Topeka.
No, Jen, capital.
I just like saying Topeka.
Nope, Jen doesn't know. Joe, you're up. Capital.
Albany.
No, that's
Is
New York.
Auburn.
No. Chris?
Chris?
Are you Googling it? I can see you Googling it.
Oh
Are you
no, I'm
Googling?
not. No.
Okay, what's the
I got
capital of
an email.
Alabama?
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay, I don't
Roll
either.
back.
Alexa, what's the capital of
No,
Alabama?
it's Little Rock, Arkansas, Alabama.
I mean, does
Yeah,
it have
it's-
a capital?
Yes,
Montgomery.
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 It was also the capital of the Confederacy.
Damn it. We should know that. Our education system has failed.
No, it's like
should
that's
we know
random.
that?
That's random
I feel like-
information.
How many years out of school?
Like, tell me what the capital of Alabama is, Mister Blonde. You know, it's
Montgomery. Boom.
Well, now you know.
Now you know.
Now I
He
know.
knew the whole time.
All right, Jay, what's the capital of Arizona? Nope.
Put me on the
Tuss-
spot.
Bird,
Tuss-
Harry Potter,
Is there
Lights on Fire,
Tuscany. Is there?
Tucson.
Phoenix, like the basketball team.
Phoenix. Yeah, Phoenix Suns.
Wow, I didn't know Phoenix. That's
Yeah,
not
See?
good.
that's
We're
the-
even now. We didn't know
We're even.
Alabama. He didn't know Arizona. Let's move on.
That's not good.
So, guys, if you are just joining, we have the creators, some of the behind-the-scenes creators, and the editor from Maverick Studios. They are a branch off of Mad Cave Studios for the young adults. Make sure that you put your order in. Sorry, my teenagers are yelling in the background. For Good Game Well Played. It's an arcade setting in the 1999. Seems really cool. And we also have World Class, written by our wonderful Jay here. Seems like it tackles a lot of really cool, relevant issues for teenagers and young adults. Both are still prior to FOC, so you have time. If you want a chance to get one of these for free, comment after the show your favorite sports, movie, or television show.
Or manga or anime or XYZ.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, I kind of wish we had Maverick. Like growing up, I again grew up with comic books, but I never had I didn't have access to Hajime no Ippo.
Yeah.
And so if we would have had this younger, because we read on the Devil's Court was something I read as like a youth. That was like a basketball novel, but I remember people kind of being like, what? And I'm like, oh, but this would have been really cool to have. So it's
YA is so recent as a genre. It's not really, it's an age range, but it at this point it is kind of like a genre. That it is cool to finally see that these sort of books exist and can exist and go through traditional publishing and be like, oh, this is like a real thing that I can hand to a kid and be like, here, I can hand this to any one of my cousins and be like, here's an actual thing that you can read right now.
I think that's so cool that you're creating entertainment value, but you're also creating resources.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's cool. My daughter and I had this conversation the other day, and she was like, Dad, this is how I feel. She's 14. And I had to explain to her it's normal for 14-year-olds. Now I can just hand her this book and say, here you go. This is what it's like to go through phases of age.
Yeah, good stuff. Very good stuff. All right, let's move on. So guys, again, if you are new to the show, welcome on in. We go live every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight, we did kind of went a little bit different than we normally do and brought on Chris and Jay. Hopefully you guys will be willing to come back because normally we play games with our creators and kind of torture them a little bit, like Pictionary or stuff like that. So if you ever, like Jay, you would be fantastic for Mad Libs, Nearing Nerdvana Mad Libs.
Let's do it. Anytime.
That would be my idea.
Or Drunkovision.
Drunkovision, where we kind of pixelate stuff. But we always end our show on a Vana of the week. It's a different meme or quote, something that kind of goes with what the theme of the show was. And so tonight I chose this one. A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. The man who never reads lives only one. And I feel like that's something that kids need to learn, that there's so many worlds out there to be explored on these pages. There's so many adventures to be had. Quick round table, we'll go down the line. Jen, what do you think of my amazing quote?
I love it. And I wholeheartedly agree that was, I learned a lot through reading that even as I got older, people, how do you know that? I'm like, oh, I read this. I read it. That's how I know it. But also like your imagination, like it's great. And I hope people do give their nieces, nephews, sons, daughters things like, because if that one didn't resonate, maybe another one will.
Yeah.
And then create another generation of readers.
Perfect. That could have been its own quote in itself. And
you just reminded me of the movie Inkheart with Helen Mirren?
Helen Mirren in Inkheart. No, that has.
Yeah.
Is it?
No, it's Helen, and she basically says something similar to this, where she's telling the granddaughter, like, she's been to all these places and she's gone on all these adventures, but she's never left this room. And I thought that was super awesome and powerful. And this is right there with that. So that's cool. I dig it.
Jay?
It's very it's a brush with mortality in that we, at the end of the day, we do get this short time on this spinning celestial orb, and it's up to us how we spend it. So some of us have chosen to spend it reading or being readers. And I know in my life, there's times I've always read, but there's times I've read more than others. So I would just say, don't beat yourself up if you find you haven't read anything in a while. Pick up a Maverick OGN.
There you go.
Get back into reading with that. Get back into reading with that. You know.
I love it.
Well said. Chris?
Yeah, same here. I really like reading was is one of the few constants in my life. So I'm glad that, yeah, stuff like this and just being involved in those worlds. I do think that it is like, I think kids, young adults, stuff like that is definitely, they're finding new ways and avenues to either express themselves or learn about things. I mean, there's never been more information out there than possibly now
Yeah.
that they have their hands on. So, uh, I it's good to have hope for that everyone's learning and reading and being better humans.
Well, thank you for being the editor of one of these places that are really trying to get some of those books back out there to these audiences. That's awesome. Joe, what are your thoughts?
Oh God. I mean,
Oh,
I don't have anything like cool to say or like I mean, like reading has always been like a part of my life. I remember I had this crazy third grade teacher. Her name was Miss Odin, and she was fanatical about reading. And so we would spend 30 minutes reading, and we got to pick out books. And I remember the first book I read was The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Ooh.
And like at first, like I don't want to fucking read. And if our eye, like anybody's eyes that left the book, she was a hawk. So if I'm reading the book and my eyes go up, so read, and it just would scare the shit out of you. So that was kind of like traumatic. Like so now when like if I pick something up, my eyes don't leave the book. It's just out of habit. I'm afraid I'm going to get my ass kicked.
Well
But
done, Teacher Odin. Then she
yeah,
accomplished it.
so that was a big impact in my life. I love to read. As I wish I could read more, and it helps, kids develop a vocabulary, and comic books are a great way to start. And like I've said it before, like I heard Todd McFarlane say, like comic books are the only medium where a child sees a word they don't understand and they'll go and grab a dictionary just to put it in that proper context, right? So, or proper meaning to understand what it means. But it's important, and kudos to you guys for
Yeah.
trying to at least be uh, uh, something to help today's youth want to read. Because kids these days they see a book and they're all like, and it shouldn't be that way. They should want to go to the Barnes and Noble and just pick out something to read and get excited about a writer and get excited about like the New York Times bestseller. And we need to get back to that. Like today's society, like you look at the news, it's nothing but bad news all the time. You talk about depression, like it's like the, the way the world is set up today, it's like all negative, nothing positive. Like David Muir on ABC, it's like this person died and that person died, dead, dead, dead. And
Yeah.
finally, our person of the week. And it shouldn't be that way. It should, life is better than that. And we just, you know reading is fundamental. Reading needs to be embraced in every household. It's important.
100%
And
agree.
maybe one day you become a writer or an editor.
Absolutely. Knowledge is power.
Hell yes. All right. Well, Jay, where can they find you on social media if people want to follow you and stay up to date on what you're releasing?
Yeah, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at jsandlin_. On Facebook at jsandlinwriter, and anything else at jsandlin.com. Needs a bit of an update, but you can find a lot there. And that's about it.
Perfect. That's where, yeah, I'll be following you as soon as we get off the show. I think I might be already, but I'll double check. And Chris, what about you? Where are you at? Where can we follow you?
You can just follow me on Twitter at Why the Last Chris, and you could follow Mad Cave at Mad Cave Studios and Maverick at Maverick, I think _OGN.
Perfect. All right, there you go. Books are adventure. They contain murder and mayhem and passion. They love anyone who opens them. Aw. Is that the quote you were thinking it?
That was the one. I found it.
That's the stuff, baby. Guys, make sure you are following Nearing Nirvana on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and of course, YouTube. That we just recently hit over 1,000 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for the support. Bird City Comics has a new exclusive coming out tomorrow. Ant, what is it?
Spider-Man, a numero uno. It's a Greg Horn exclusive. And to my knowledge, I keep saying to my knowledge just in case I'm wrong, this is the first 3-cover exclusive set that has 3 separate images. You're not buying a trade dress version and a version of the same one. All 3 images are different.
That's kind of cool. So you're getting your money's worth for sure.
We probably won't get away with that again, though. I kind of pulled that one in front of Marvel, and they were like, fine. So we'll see if it might not happen again, but they weren't super thrilled about it.
And it
right,
features...
because they didn't come up with the idea. I thought it was brilliant.
It's a good idea, right? You're getting your money's worth for all 3. And it features the super villainous, the White Rabbit, which we all know Greg Horn is the master of drawing beautiful women. And he did not disappoint on this one. So make sure you're following Bird City. Yeah. And yeah, I think that is it for us tonight. Hopefully, Chris and Jay, you'll come back and join us again. Jen, do you have anything you want to add before we call it?
Editors and writers are like, I know we all tend to focus on artists, but God, we need writers and we need editors, like
the unsung heroes. So thank you guys for coming on. Chris, Jay, you guys are both amazing. We look forward to all these books coming out, and once they are in stores, we will promote the hell out of them because they are definitely worth picking up.
Oh.
All right, that's it for us, guys. Have a good night. Have a great weekend, and we will see you next Friday.